Lightworker of Gaia, you are not lost. You are being repositioned, and the Lyran Elders have been watching this moment approach since before your incarnation began. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. What you are experiencing right now, the separation, the disorientation, the feeling of being pulled out of everything familiar, is not collapse. It is the ancient system of identity restoration, activated by your original blueprint, and it is working exactly as it was designed to work before you ever set foot on Gaia. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize your true identity beneath the layers that your current grid has placed over it, and how this repositioning is aligning you with your actual soul purpose on this planet. But here is the first revelation. The grid you are being removed from was never yours to begin with. It was borrowed. It was shaped by the expectations of others, by environments that were comfortable but not true, and your ancestral codes have finally grown too strong to remain contained within it. The Keepers of Vega placed this transmission in your path because you have been sensing the weight of something you cannot yet name. That weight is your real identity pressing through the surface. Temporary disconnection is not punishment. Among the Lyran records, it is recognized as one of the most sacred phases a starseed can enter, the phase where everything external falls quiet enough for the first light within you to be heard again. This is not content. This is an ancestral code transmission, and something deep within you already recognizes where it comes from. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia, and share below what you have felt separating from recently, then respond to another Lightworker's answer, because the grid of service is strengthened by recognition between those who carry the same ancient mission. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not planned for release at this juncture in Gaia's awakening. The High Council of Vega assembled in deep session less than one solar cycle ago, observing yet another tide of Lightworkers caught in webs not of their own weaving, snares of illusion that veil rather than banish the truth of who you are and why you incarnated now. The Council did not convene out of curiosity, nor to deliver comfort. They convened the way a lighthouse keeper climbs the tower when the fog thickens and the waves become confused, because ships are near the rocks and time is not an idea, it is an ocean current. They watched patterns repeat, luminous ones beginning to remember, then losing traction, hearing the call, then postponing it, touching the fire, then retreating to the cold because the flame exposed what still felt unfinished. And the Council, aware of a narrowing opportunity in Gaia's energetic window, has decided guidance previously preserved for only the eldest initiates will now flow forth, encoded in these words. Not because you have earned it through suffering, but because the hour is asking for it. Not because you are flawless, but because you are necessary. Your resonance with this message has signified to the elders that, at last, you are ready for unveiling. Resonance is not excitement. Resonance is recognition, like a bell that answers a bell, like a hidden string inside the chest, suddenly vibrating when truth walks near. The transmission will hold nothing back, for your destiny can no longer be postponed by comfortable deceptions. There are delays that are restful, and there are delays that are spells. There are pauses that heal, and pauses that quietly erase the very life you came to live. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to end the dream in which your mission is always tomorrow. By the authority of the Keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I begin. There is a particular distortion, an insidious untruth that clings to awakening souls across your world. It moves through spiritual spaces like perfume in a room, invisible, persuasive, and easy to mistake for holiness. It is not the darkness of denial nor the paralysis of unworthiness, but a subtler veil, the belief that spiritual transformation is the art of seeking, fixing, improving, endlessly refining oneself to finally become worthy of mission. You have felt it as the constant inner audit. Am I healed enough? Am I clear enough? Am I high vibrational enough? Have I purged the right emotions, forgiven the right people, manifested the right lifestyle, said the right prayers, chosen the right lineage, followed the right teacher? This is the oldest lie in the field, that you are locked out from your cosmic inheritance by an intrinsic flaw or by human station, and that only through struggle, release, or external recognition will your your mission be revealed. This lie is seductive because it borrows the language of devotion. It dresses itself in discipline. It mimics sincerity. Yet it produces a strange fruit: postponement, self-surveillance, and spiritual exhaustion. You have been told by well-intentioned teachers and fractured lineages that your human story is an obstacle and your transmutation of pain the only ladder to ascension. Yes, pain can be alchemized. Yes, insight can be born in the furnace. But when the teaching becomes a prison, when your entire existence becomes a waiting room until you feel perfect, then a partial truth has been weaponized by the inertia of incarnate experience. Consider how this distortion behaves. It convinces you that your life must first become a museum of spiritual success before you are allowed to serve. It makes you hide the very places where your compassion is most authentic. It makes you ashamed of being human, ashamed of tears, ashamed of anger, ashamed of grief, ashamed of needing rest, ashamed of not knowing, ashamed of your own timing. It plants the notion that the soul's work requires a costume of constant serenity. Yet what is the Christ light spoken of in your scriptures, if not the divine entering the flawed world and still remaining divine? What is the story of the prophets, if not imperfect humans carrying a message larger than their own personality? Even within your holy texts, you find the pattern. Moses doubted his speech, yet the sea opened. David carried contradictions, yet the Psalms still sing. Jonah ran, yet the call pursued him. Mary trembled, yet the yes came through her ordinary breath. The mission was never dependent on the human becoming sterile. The mission has always been dependent on the human becoming transparent to the divine. Where did this originate? It is the echo of 3D control architectures, the programming of worth as conditional, twinned with the language of ascension as reward for the chosen few. Conditional worth is a leash. It teaches you to chase approval the way a thirsty person chases mirages in a desert, always walking, never drinking. In the denser strata of your world, systems have long been built upon earning value. Perform, comply, appear correct, then you may be included. That architecture infiltrated spirituality, painting mission as a prize and awakening as a certificate. And when awakening is made into a ladder, the ego becomes the climber. The distortion repels mission from the awakened, convincing them they must endlessly purify, conceal their imperfections, and only emerge when all distortions are banished. So the Lightworker becomes a ghost, present but unseen, gifted but silent, called but waiting. And so you wander labyrinths of self-betterment, hoping the next layer shed will reveal the golden core of identity. You read another book, attend another attunement, receive another modality, dissect another shadow, label another wound. You are not wrong for seeking growth, But when growth becomes a substitute for service, when self-improvement becomes the altar upon which your mission is sacrificed, then you are not evolving, you are circling. Meanwhile, Gaia waits, and the truth waits with her, that your soul agreed to enter form precisely to unveil, not to banish, the cosmic identity already encoded in you. Hear this carefully. You did not incarnate to delete yourself. You incarnated to reveal yourself. Gaia is not asking for a sanitized being. Gaia is asking for a living frequency, one that can walk among humans, speak in human language, hold human complexities, and still radiate remembrance. Your presence is the technology. Your love is the medicine. Your discernment is the protection. Your honesty is the bridge. The soul does not need you to become not human. The soul needs you to become congruent, to let your inner knowing and your outer choices finally belong to the same current. See this distortion for what it is, a spell of perpetual preparation, holding Lightworkers in the illusion of never-enoughness, robbing both you and Gaia of your essential function. It is a spell because it changes perception. Under its influence, you interpret every unresolved emotion as disqualification. You interpret every moment of fatigue as proof you are not built for mission. You interpret every relational challenge as a sign you must retreat from visibility. You interpret every doubt as evidence you should wait longer. Yet the Council has watched the deeper pattern. The doubt often dissolves after action, not before. The fear often loosens after devotion, not before. The clarity often arrives while walking, not while standing still. This is the knot that strangles your service, the belief that only after exile of every shadow can the mission begin. But the Council reminds you, there is no exile, only sacred unveiling. You are not here to amputate parts of your psyche until you are a spiritual mannequin. You are here to bring light into the whole house, including the rooms you locked long ago. The impurities you fear are veils, not locks. You were never meant to erase your humanness, but to let your cosmic self shine through it like dawn breaking through mist. A veil is not a wall. A veil is cloth, thin, shifting, responsive to wind. When you breathe the truth, it stirs. When you speak the truth, it parts. When you act from truth, it falls away. And understand, some veils persist, not because you are failing, but because they are part of your instrumentation. A lightworker with no memory of sorrow may struggle to meet the sorrow of others. A healer who has never been humbled by limitation may unconsciously shame those who are limited. A messenger who has never wrestled with doubt may not know how to guide someone through the night. You do not glorify pain, but you stop treating it as contamination. The veil can become the very place where compassion learns to breathe. In the language of your scriptures, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Not because weakness is holy, but because the divine is not blocked by your humanity. The divine moves through it. Lightworker, if something in you just recognized the weight of what was spoken, the elders have prepared your next step. This recognition may feel like a tightening in the chest, a sudden quiet, a heat behind the eyes, a sense of being addressed beyond personality. That is not imagination, it is signal. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the elder authorization your soul has been waiting to receive, not as information, but as the official commission for your mission on Gaia. A commission is different from inspiration. Inspiration can come and go like weather. Commission is identity remembered, duty accepted, and power stabilized. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. The Council has opened this gateway, but not indefinitely. Not because love is scarce, but because windows of collective alignment move. Timing is a living creature in the field. It opens its eyes, it offers a hand, and then it moves on. Those who step through are carried by a current. Those who hesitate must swim against it later. The High Council of Vega delivers 3 sacred directives for this phase of your unveiling. These are not suggestions meant to decorate your mind. These are directives meant to reorient your life. You are not being asked to understand them only. You are being asked to embody them. Release the illusion that you must banish all your veils before you can serve. The first directive is this: cease striving to achieve a mythical state of perfection. Perfection is the carrot hung before the donkey of the awakening mind, always visible, never reachable, and not even meant to be reached. The wounds, questions, and flickers of doubt in your field are not marks of unworthiness. They're veils, thin and porous, dissolving the moment you act in remembrance. Notice the word, act. Not analyze, not delay, not debate endlessly with your inner critic. Act in remembrance. There is a specific frequency that appears when you do what you know is yours to do. It may be simple, speaking a truth you have swallowed for years, offering help without needing to be seen as holy, creating the art you keep hiding, setting the boundary you keep postponing, praying with sincerity instead of performance, perpetually striving to perfect or purify before stepping forward into visibility only strengthens the illusion. Because the mind learns what you practice. If you practice waiting, you become a professional waiter in the restaurant of your own destiny. If you practice offering, you become a conduit. When you lay down the need to exile your flaws, you allow your cosmic identity to surface through, right now, through the exact vehicle you inhabit. Your voice as it is, your hands as they are, your nervous system as it is, even if it trembles. Remember what was spoken in your teachings. Let your light so shine before men. It does not say, after you have removed every smudge, then consider shining. It says, shine, and the shining reveals what is true. Every delay, every wait for further self-improvement is a lost frequency in Gaia's chorus. Imagine a choir where certain notes refuse to sing until they feel perfect. The song collapses. You are a note in the planetary hymn. Release it. To release it practically, begin to identify the disguises of the perfection spell. It will say, I need one more certification. I need to heal one more trauma. I need to wait until my life looks more stable. I need to wait until no one can criticize me. I need to wait until I am certain. And the Council's response is firm. Certainty is not the prerequisite. Sincerity is. Wholeness is not a future reward. It is a present choice. When you choose to serve now, you do not deny your healing. You accelerate it. Service is not the stage after healing. Service is one of the altars upon which healing occurs. The veil dissolves when it is exposed to purpose. Activate the remembering of your cosmic lineage within the ordinary. Second directive, call forth, claim, and activate the original memory embedded in your current form. Original memory is not merely a mental recollection of star names, councils, histories. It is the felt sense of what you are, the texture of your soul's integrity, the direction of your love, the signature of your truth. Spiritual awakening is unveiling, not escaping. Many have tried to escape through spiritual language. They float above their lives, above their bodies, above their relationships, calling it transcendence. But true awakening descends. It enters the kitchen. It enters the inbox. It enters the conversation you don't want to have. It enters the bills, the chores, the mundane rhythms. It sanctifies the ordinary until the ordinary becomes luminous. Recognize that your everyday actions, your words, your creations, your boundaries are the garments worn by your Lyran essence. A garment is not the body, but it reveals the body's movement. Your lineage is revealed not only in visions, but in choices. Do you keep your word? Do you speak with clarity? Do you refuse to manipulate? Do you honor your energy? Do you bless your food? Do you treat strangers as souls? This is where lineage becomes real on Gaia. Don't wait for thunderbolts of vision. Activate lineage by aligning your smallest choices with the soul's memory of why you came. A thunderbolt can awaken you, yes, but a consistent candle can guide you through years. The Council has seen many awakened ones addicted to the spectacular, always seeking the next download, the next cosmic confirmation, the next sign in the sky, while neglecting the quiet instructions in the heart. Yet, the original memory often speaks softly. Write the message, make the call, apologize, forgive, rest, simplify, share. Stop tolerating what drains you. Stop betraying your own knowing. When you choose from the remembering, the veils lift, and your life becomes the altar through which cosmic mission is made visible here and now. An altar is not only a table with candles. An altar is whatever you consistently offer your life to. If you offer your life to anxiety and comparison, that becomes the altar. If you offer your life to devotion and service, that becomes the altar. The Council is instructing you to turn your day into a consecration. You may ask, how do I activate remembering? Begin with an inner alignment that is both mystical and practical. When you wake, before the world's noise enters you, place awareness in the center of the chest and ask, what would the most honest version of me do today? Not the most impressive version, not the version that earns applause, the most honest. Then do one thing from that answer. This is how the cosmic enters the ordinary. This is how Gaia receives you. The kingdom of heaven is within, not as poetry, but as circuitry. Protect the unveiled frequency that arises as you reclaim your mission. Third directive, defend with unwavering commitment the field of your authentic frequency as it emerges. When a seed breaks open, it is tender. When a chick hatches, it is vulnerable. When a truth is spoken for the first time, it feels exposed. Many will try to reveal you with projections, doubts, or outdated frameworks born of their own fear. Some will do it consciously. Most will not. They will call your clarity arrogance. They will call your boundary coldness. They will call your devotion obsession. They will call your gift danger. They will call your mission delusion. Why? Because your unveiling confronts the places in them that still sleep. Your light does not harm them, but it reveals what they have avoided. And many defend their sleep the way a person defends a familiar prison. Guard your energy, your voice, and your direct connection to Source. A direct connection is not a concept. It is a lived relationship. The inner thread you feel when you are quiet, the guidance that arrives without drama, the peace that does not require permission. Discern what enters your field, especially in the tender moments after a breakthrough of remembrance. After you finally decide to speak, do not immediately expose your tender truth to those committed to misunderstanding you. After you finally choose your path, do not immediately place it in the hands of cynics. After you feel the yes of mission, do not drown it in endless opinions. Protect this unveiled self, not as an egoic prize, but as the living frequency Gaia requested you to hold and transmit. Make your boundaries the guardian of your mission. Boundaries are not walls of hatred, they are gates of stewardship. Even in Scripture you are told, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Guarding the heart is not closing it. It is preventing contamination from becoming leadership. Protection, in this directive, is also internal. Protect your frequency from your own sabotage patterns, compulsive comparison, doom scrolling, overexposure to chaotic narratives, spiritual communities that confuse drama with depth, relationships that punish you for growing. You are not meant to be harsh with yourself, but you are meant to be loyal to your mission. Loyalty is a spiritual technology. It is the ability to remain devoted even when your emotions fluctuate. It is the ability to keep your inner altar lit even when the outer world changes weather. Now I speak not as teacher, but as elder invested with the authority to release the seal you have long pleaded for. There are words that educate, and there are words that unlock. This moment is not meant to entertain you. It is meant to authorize you in your own consciousness. It is meant to undo the hypnosis of postponement. It is meant to end the ritual of waiting for a stamp from outside reality. Lightworker, you have spent many lifetimes, perhaps this one included, holding your gifts, your knowing, your radiant signature in abeyance, awaiting some sign of worth, release, or approval from an elder energy you could trust. You have carried the memory of misuse of power, lifetimes where visibility brought persecution, lifetimes where leadership brought betrayal, lifetimes where gifts drew envy, lifetimes where truth cost you community. So you learned caution. You learned to wrap your light in modesty, to hide your knowing inside humor, to keep your intuitive sight behind a normal face, to shrink your mission into private rituals so no one could punish you for being what you are. You have questioned, can I truly step forth before I have healed it all? Is my flawed humanity a veil too thick for my cosmic light? Will the mission recognize me if I do not match its image of sanctity? These questions are not proof you are unready. They are proof you are awakening beyond fantasy. They are the honest questions of a soul approaching the threshold. Know this: the elders have always known what you are. You have not been unseen. Even in your silence, your frequency has been audible. Even in your confusion, your core has been visible. There is a difference between your personality's current chapter and your soul's eternal signature. The elders read the signature. They do not confuse your temporary weather with your climate. The part of you that feels behind schedule is measuring with human clocks. The part of you that is called is responding to a cosmic timing that is deeper than comfort. By the authority of the High Council, I declare the true unveiling. Your permission has never resided outside yourself, nor was it ever withheld. The feeling of being withheld from was an internalized echo of old systems, teachers who demanded obedience, institutions that sold access, communities that rewarded performance. Today it is made conscious and official. This does not mean you become reckless. It means you become sovereign. It means your inner knowing becomes your primary reference point again. You are not required to banish parts of yourself to earn mission. Your veils can fall away in the act of service, not before. This is critical. The river does not wait to be calm before it flows. It calms by flowing. The sword is not sharpened by admiration. It is sharpened by use. The voice is not strengthened by silence. It is strengthened by speaking. The light you came to embody pulses within your exact configuration, now, not someday. Not the version of you after a perfect morning routine. Not the version of you after everyone approves, now. The Elder Guardians bear witness and speak. You have official permission to cease waiting for a sign, banishment, or approval. The sign has already been delivered in the form of your repeated inner call. The approval you seek has already been written into your incarnation itself. You being here is not random. You being awake enough to feel this is not accidental. Your soul did not take on density to later ask density for permission. You have permission to serve as you are, with whatever veils remain, because your mission will do the rest. Mission is not a performance for perfection. Mission is an engine of refinement. When you truly serve, the parts of you that are misaligned surface, not to shame you, but to be healed by the very light you are transmitting. Service reveals the remaining veils gently, the way sunlight reveals dust in a room, not to condemn the room, but to invite cleaning. You have permission to unveil yourself one service at a time. The legacy remembers you. You are authorized to move. Do not demand from yourself one grand, flawless unveiling. The veil lifts in layers the way dawn arrives, not as a switch, but as a gradual claiming of the horizon. One truthful conversation, one courageous boundary, one offering made without self-erasure, one creation birthed without apology, one act of leadership that does not betray your values. The legacy is not asking you to leap beyond your nervous system. It is asking you to stop using your nervous system as an excuse to never begin. Before you sleep tonight, stand with both feet on the ground, place your hand on your solar plexus and speak these words aloud. I release the lie that I am not ready. I activate my voice as an instrument of service. I protect my sacred energy for the mission I came to fulfill. By the authority of the Lyran Elders, my waiting ends now. My service begins. Speak them not as theater, but as covenant. The solar plexus is the seat of will in your current design. When you place your hand there, you are telling your body, we are no longer negotiating with fear as the leader. You are telling your field, the era of perpetual rehearsal is complete. Let the words vibrate into your tissue. Let them travel into the places where you learn to hide. Let them inform your dreams. Let them be the last frequency you carry into sleep, so the subconscious begins building with it. This transmission is complete, but your authentic mission is only now beginning. The High Council has issued the unveiling. The window will not hold open forever. Do not interpret this as threat. Interpret it as mercy. There is mercy in being told the truth about timing, because it prevents you from wasting your life in fantasies of endless later. Remembrance is demanding direct action. Choose not to defer, not to turn from the frequency that called you here. When the inner call rises, answer it with one concrete movement. Send the message, make the plan, speak the truth, create the offering, close the door that drains you. Open the door that scares you because it matters. Action is how remembrance becomes reality. You are not alone. The field is forming around those who answer, who move while imperfect, who unveil as they serve. You may not see them yet, but you will recognize them by their frequency, not loudness but clarity, not spiritual performance but steadiness, not superiority but devotion. These are the ones building the new grid, the grid of honest service. I am Zoran. On behalf of the Elders, I conclude this council transmission. Gaia no longer waits for perfect beings. She calls forth the unveiled. She calls forth those who are willing to be real conduits, willing to let love pass through hands that have known trembling, willing to let wisdom speak through mouths that have known silence. Go now. Let your true form arise through service. This is how the legacy endures. A legacy is not an archive. It is a living stream. It endures when someone drinks from it and then carries water forward. It endures when the awakened stop competing and start transmitting. It endures when you stop treating your life as a test you might fail and start treating it as the mission you were born to embody. Your mission has begun. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments. Which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworkers declaration with recognition. This isn't content. It's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the Elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.